Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are going to be continuing on how to make equations a little bit easier. And we're going to work on fraction busting. So those of you who had Mr. Kirby, I hope you remember how to do this from 8th grade. Those of you who didn't, I hope you're going to learn something new today. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at example number 1. And of course, we see a big ugly problem with lots of fractions. 2/5 x plus 3/5 equals 17/5. And so our first step is we want to find the common denominator. Now, a common denominator, of course, they're all the same right now. They're all 5. So we know that the common denominator is going to be 5. After you've come up with that common denominator, you're going to go ahead and multiply all 3 terms on both sides by the common denominator. So we're going to put a 5 on the outside and a set of parentheses around each side. So we're going to do that to each of all of the terms. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to simplify. So the way that we simplify is we go ahead and cross out. We actually take the numerator right here and have the denominator and go into it to see how many times it goes in evenly. So we're going to cross those 5s out, and that means that we're going to have 5 goes into 5 one time, and then we're going to multiply it by the numerator, what's left in there. So 5 goes into 5 once, and 1 times 2x gives us 2x. We're going to do the same for the second term. 5 goes into 5 once, and 1 times 3 is positive 3. And then finally, 5 goes into 5 once, and 1 times 17 is 17. Now that we have that, we've done it. We've busted those fractions. So all we have to do is solve normally. So we're going to go ahead and subtract 3 from both sides, and that leaves us 2x equals 14. Divide both sides by 2, and of course, x is 7. We're going to go ahead and do another example that's bumping up the level of difficulty. So here we have x divided by 4 minus 5/6 equals 4/3. So the hard part here is finding that common denominator. We have a 4, a 6, and a 3. So we're looking for the first multiple of these that they all go in evenly. So when I'm looking, I look at my smallest number and I start multiplying. So we have 3, 6, 9, 12. And when I hit 12, I know that 4 goes into 12 evenly, 6 goes into 12 evenly, and 3. So that is going to be your common denominator. And we're going to multiply all the terms on both sides by 12. So once again, we put a 12 on the outside and surround what's already there by a set of parentheses. Now we're ready to go ahead and simplify. So we take our denominator, see how many times it goes into the numerator, and then multiply it by what's left inside the set of parentheses. So our first one here, we have 4 goes into 12 3 times, and 3 times x is 3x. For our second term, 6 goes into 12 twice, and 2 times 5 is that minus 10. Our last one here, 3 goes into 12 4 times, and 4 times 4 is 16. So we have that equals 16. So now it's just our normal equation. We're going to go ahead and add 10 to both sides of our equation. And then we have 3x equals 26. Divide both sides by 3. And x is equal to 26 thirds, or 8 2/3, or you can't see me because my face is there, 8.366 for our final answer there. So, ladies and gentlemen, our magic word today, and this is in honor of Martha, is Perry the Platypus. So please go ahead and add that in for 5 extra credit points. I hope that everyone is doing well, and I hope to see you soon.